Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Good Afternoon Choir online rehearsal. Now, I think this is number 10, is it not? Number 10, and this is going out to you from 1 o'clock on Wednesday, August the 5th. We're in August already. It will soon be Christmas, won't it? Okay, so this is going out to you from 1 o'clock today. And what we're finding is a lot of you are actually watching the programs or the rehearsals later on in the week and going back to them, which of course is the whole idea of putting them on YouTube. Nikki's been doing her research, and the way we've worked out is if it's a really nice sunny day, quite a lot of you go back and join the rehearsal later on in the week, which of course is great. But some of you are here at midday with a little glass of sherry, perhaps, or a glass of water. That is what it's. Somebody said that's not. Yeah, that is water. I promise you, that is water. So lots to get through today. Lots to talk about. I'll try not to talk too much. We're going to start off with Halle, Halle, Halle. So you're going to need that. And then you're going to need your Myras. And then you're going to need your sing medleys. And the clue is in the background. Because I think I've said before, we're going to finish up today with the World War I medley. And I've got some nice sort of memories that some of you have sent in to me of your own sort of recollections of World War I and how it affected your own families, which are rather touching and rather nice. Okay, so we'll read those out later. We'll talk a bit about 1914 to 1918. We've got some birthdays, of course, and we've got some special mentions for people, all to come later on. He said, but to start off with, Matt's on the piano over there. You can't see him, but he is, I promise you. And we're going to start off with Halle, Halle, Halle. All in unison, 4 verses. Okay, before we do, a bit of the stretching. This is our warming up exercise. You know what I'm like with the warming up. Now, you notice, won't you, that I haven't got my Good Afternoon Choir shirt on. That's because I've actually... I do agree with Ben. It's been a very warm day today, and so I'm wearing a blue t-shirt which has got a Good Afternoon Choir logo. Just say, if you can't see it, you have to imagine it. So everybody wave to everyone who's here, sitting on a settee, sitting in a chair, standing up perhaps. We understand that some of you actually stand up and have the music in front of you on a music stand. How posh is that? Find your copies of Halle, Halle, Halle. Would help if I switch my piano on. Halle, Halle, Halle. 4 verses, all in unison. Are you ready? Mr. Matt Finch on the piano. And here we go. Are you ready? Not to everyone singing Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. 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 Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. Nice piano, Matt. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. 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 And again. He is good. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. Halle, Halle, Hallelujah. 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 If you heard that banging in the background, that's my that's a flat above knocking because I'm singing too loud. No, they won't do that, will they? So that's Hallie, Hallie, Hallie. Nice and simple start, just to get us all in the mood, okay? Now, over these past few weeks, certain songs we know you've really loved to sing, and I'll just repeat what we've said in the past, that just to thank you all for the fantastic response we've had from you all. And we know that there are people from all the choirs who are singing with us. The representation from all the choirs, because you get in touch with us, to Nikki in the office, and she keeps a record, and we know that you're enjoying yourselves, and we know that you're enjoying the different styles that we, Matt, Ben and myself, bring to the rehearsals. We've all got our different way of doing things, haven't we? And when I started on this exercise, planning the first season of 12 rehearsals for you, I thought it would work really well to have myself and Matt and Ben alternate in the rehearsals, so you get a little bit of a change in style. I mean, I know I'm barking mad, and of course Matt and Ben. I was actually playing the piano then. No, I wasn't. No, that was Matt on the piano, and he records it and sends it to me. So we work very closely together, and we have highly technical Zoom meetings to discuss what the repertoire is. And we're now going to play this. I like this because this is Ben singing the Myra, and he said, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Ben singing, so I need your Myras now. Ben singing along. So we've had Matt on the piano, Ben on the guitar, and me pressing the buttons. How good's that? Wait for it. Here you go.
Out on the Myra on warm afternoon.
Sing along a Ben.
Old men go fishing with black line and spoon.
Lovely song, isn't it?
And if they
Catch nothing,
they
never complain. I wish I was with them. Back to the front page. As boys in their boats. Are you singing?
Teasing the ones that they dearly adore.
Swaying and singing.
And into the
What more could you ask for?
The
courting, fellas.
I wish I was with them again.
Harmonies.
Can
you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll tell you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, the people.
Out on the Myra,
sing up.
The people are kind. They treat you to homebrew and help you unwind. And if you get broken, they'll see that you mend. I wish I was with them again.
Chorus. Can you imagine a piece of the universe forfeit for princes and kings? Come on, the basses. I'll tell you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings.
Now conclude with, I wish you go
Last
well.
back page.
Sweet be your dreams and your happiness well. I'll leave you here, for my journey begins. I'm going to be with them again.
Oh yes, I'm going to be with them again. 1, 2, 3. Round of applause for Mr. Ben England on his guitar. And a round of applause for Mr. Matt Finch on the piano, because Matt Finch is playing the next one. So the next one we're going to do is the sing medley, which I know you've been going through lots. So no excuses for not knowing this now. Folks, everyone should know this one. Question is, do I have the right CD? We're about to find out. So sing medley, finishing up with a bit of ABBA. Let's see if I've got the right CD here. Have you noticed I've got a couple of helpers in the background today? That's not the right CD, so that proved one thing, didn't it? Okay. So have you noticed two helpers? There's Zoe the zebra holding up the flag and Gerald the giraffe on the other side. They're separated by the flag, which is probably a good thing, because if they get too close together, well, I won't tell you what happens, but it's, you wouldn't want to know. Anyway, and also in the background is my little Huron. He's over here, sorry. I'll bring him in later on if we have the chance to do the Huron. And some of you did notice last week that I had a horse, but the horse has disappeared. It's gone trotting off. Perhaps I'll bring the horse in later. We've just done that one. So this is a sing medley, okay? Everyone got their sing medley? Everybody sing a 1, 2, 3. I'd like to hear the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. Turn over. I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to see the world for once standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear. Let the world sing today with a Good Afternoon Choir. A song of peace that echoes on and never goes away. La 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 la. Get up and dance. La 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 la. Dance around the room. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Everybody sing wherever you are. Sing a song, open the windows, sing out long, annoy the neighbours, sing out strong. Sing of good things, not bad, and with a big smile, folks. Sing of happy, not sad. Ba-ba-ba-ba, sing. Sing a song. Make it simple to last the whole life long. With a swing, don't da-da-da-da-da, good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. 2 bar 2 bar 3. Turn over. We're on page 6, top of page 6. Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. Girls and boys, make a noise. Now you're singing with a swing. And sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. Summer, fall, winter, spring. There are really good times to sing. When the music goes around, everybody's going to town. But here is one thing you should know. Sing it high or sing it low. Oh, sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. D, 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 ba, 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 ba. Now you're singing with a real good swing. Here comes the ABBA. Thank you for the music, the songs we're all singing. Thanks for all the joy they're giving. Who can live without it? We ask in all honesty. What would life be without the Good Afternoon Choir? Where would we be? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. I've been so lucky, born with a love for song and dance. We want to sing it out to everybody. What a joy, what a chance. So, music, the songs I'm singing on page 10. Thanks for all the joy they're giving. Who can live without it? I ask you in all honesty. Folks, a good question. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to. Like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Sing, sing a song, sing. Bring it to me, nice note. So we say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Wherever you may be, enjoy that. Well, I thought that was brilliant. It's a great arrangement, isn't it, from Matt? Very clever, very, very clever. Great songs. Okay, what we're going to do next, I'm going to do birthdays next, okay? I've got a couple of birthdays here for today, the 5th. He said, I've got to find the right piece of paper. It's here somewhere, he said. I had it just now. I was writing on the back of it. I'm terrible for turning over pieces of paper and writing on the back. And then when I want to find them, I can't find them. And the same has just happened again. So perhaps we'll sing something else. No, here we are. I have got it. So, one thing I've got to remind you about, folks, this is a church notices for today. I'm moving to this side so you can all see my wondrous Union Jack. You will all know this. All of you singing the Good Afternoon Choirs will know that every year we choose a local charity or a local group who we raise money throughout the year for. Each choir chooses its own organisation. A couple of years ago, we raised over £20,000, which was an amazing figure. And of course, at the start of this year, before the lockdown, you with your choir leaders, Matt, Ben, and Sean, you'd all chosen, and myself, we'd all chosen, or you'd all chosen the local groups, and we started raising money for them. But because of things being the way they are, we will carry those chosen charges over into 2021 for all the reasons that you'll understand, okay? And so next year when we start back again, or whenever we start back again, we'll be doing concerts and raising money for the charities that you've chosen. And hopefully by the end of 2021, whether we can hit that 20,000 target again, who knows? But you're brilliant at fundraising. And I think the special thing about it is that you choose the charities. Nothing to do with us, the leaders. You choose them. And then we raise money through the year. Right, birthdays. So yesterday, the Bath Good Afternoon Choir people will all know who Michelle is. Michelle Whiting comes every Thursday and helps out with the music. Once seen and never forgotten. Everyone loves Michelle. And it's Michelle's birthday yesterday, the 4th of August. Now, it doesn't tell me how old she is here. And I'm not even going to guess. But Michelle's a young lady. I've known Michelle since she was, well, 16, 17, I guess, when she came and sang in another choir, a mixed voice choir that I used to take back in Bath, back in those days. So I've known Michelle a long time. So happy birthday to you, Michelle. And today is Mary's day. Mary from Wells. Mary Harrison's birthday. Today, so it's today, Wednesday the 5th. So I hope you're having a special day, Mary. I hope you had a little glass of sherry with me at the moment, or perhaps a little glass of champagne. And her hubby wrote in to tell us about it. So if you want to know how you found out, it's his fault. No, I'm sure you won't mind. So have a lovely birthday, Mary, and keep sending the birthdays in. A little bit, an apology. I used to work in newspapers, and every so often you have to print apology, the word apology, then you put underneath it, I'm really sorry that we said that last week, but it was wrong, and we mentioned someone's name and it's not the person we thought it was. Not very often, but one did have to do that on occasions. Anyway, so an apology, this is an apology to Margaret in Vancouver. Now, in our innocence, Margaret, we thought that you lived in Vancouver. Well, Vancouver as in Canada. But we had that wrong because you live in Vancouver, Washington, in the US. So we apologize profusely to Margaret, who is one of our members who joins us every week and is loving singing with us. But she's not in Canada, she's in the States. So big apology. Hope you'll accept so. So Vancouver, Washington. Now I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you knew there was a Vancouver in Washington, but if you didn't, you do now. Anyway, so what should we do next? Let's do something very, very simple. Let's do the old Down in the River to Pray, shall we? As I went down in the river to pray. Should we do that? Yeah, why not? Okay. I've got a hurren here. But I've lost somebody's nicked my music for Down the River to Pray. Do you think we can do it without the music? Let's try it. I'm going to leave this to you, he said. So I'm going to leave the words to you. I had the words earlier on. Just talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to find the words. Down the river to pray. As you can see, my music is very well organised here. I do this every week, and then I mix everything up, and then I don't know what the hell's going on. I get totally confused, and I then find the music where I didn't think it was. So here we go. Oh brothers, oh mothers, oh sinners. Okay, so our first verse is oh sisters. Chorus first. Okay. Chorus harmonies, folks. I sometimes get into trouble because I say tenors and I say the fellas, because we do have some lady tenors in some of our Good Afternoon choirs. So I'd be very, very careful not to upset the lady tenors. So I just now say tenors, which means everyone who sings tenor. So our chorus is, As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. So the soprano line, which you all know, ladies. Oh Lord, show me the way. The altos, we just stay on that opening note, ladies, don't we? As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Good Lord, show me the way. Tenors, we start on that top D, bit high for me. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Good Lord, show me the way. Nice tenor line. Sing out. Wherever you are, sing out. And the bass is, I think you've probably got the best line because you've got that nice little run. As I went down in the river to... And I'm sorry, I couldn't hear all the basses singing then. You were? Oh, sorry. Well, sing sing louder. Sing louder. There's your no basses. Are you ready, boys? 1, 2, 3. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. A nice bottom G. Okay, so we're going to sing this all the way through. Okay, sit up, little bit of stretch, smile. Are you all smiling? There's somebody not smiling sat on that sofa. Nice wallpaper, I must. Very nice wall. Laura Ashley, I think. Well done. Because that's the weird thing about this, isn't it? You know, everyone looks in, well, you know, you're looking into my little cozy little home with the flag and the bunting. So welcome to my home, my humble abode. Are you ready? We start off. Quite often have this piece, don't we, when we all gather together. The pianist goes, oh, we know what's coming next, so back to the start again. Here we go, all the way through. 1, 2, 3. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray. Back to the chorus and the parts. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Now we turn over and we sing Gentlemen Only. Gentlemen Only. Oh, brothers. Are you ready, fellas? 2, 3. Oh, brothers, let's go down. Come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. Chorus. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Verse 3, oh mothers, which is all the ladies. Okay, altos and sopranos. Oh, 3, 4. Oh mothers, let's go down. We'll do that again because my paper fell off the thing. Ladies again, sorry ladies. Oh sisters, oh mothers, let's go. Mothers. Oh ladies and oh mothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. Chorus. as I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Now the last verse, you can only sing if you're a sinner. So it might be my solo, okay? Oh, sinners, let's go down. Okay, everyone, we're all sinners. Are you ready, folks? Wherever you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sinners, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down. Down in the river to pray. Now we take the last chorus a little bit slower, just for effect. So 1, 2, 3. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Brilliant. I like that song. We said this, haven't we, so many times. Sometimes, the simple songs. The simple songs are the best, aren't they, sometimes? I think. Take a very complex piece of music and spend a long time going over it and over it and over it. But the simple ones, I think are the best. And of course, as you all know, for me, it's the words that count, okay? So, we're going to talk a bit in a minute about World War One, but before we do that, I'm just going to have a quick word with you about our Series 2, which starts in 3 weeks' time. So we're coming to the end now of Series 1, which was 12 weeks. And then we go into Series 2, which is 10 weeks. And last week, if you watched Ben last week, you'll have seen he had a special guest all the way from California. That was Mr. Roger Emerson, very, very famous man, who sent us a video to say hello to you all. Because when we do the next Series 2 in 3 weeks' time, we're going to do 2 of Mr. Roger Emerson's medleys. The new Mary Poppins medley and a sort of Christmassy, Christmas holiday season, and a couple of other songs as well, but particularly 2 of Roger's very lovely arrangements. And if you didn't see Ben's rehearsal last week, please have a look at it. It's still available. You can look at it and you'll see it's a little video clip where Mr. Emerson himself, from all the way in California, says, "Hi, good afternoon, choir." I love it. And he talks to you from his studio in California, wishes you all the best, but I won't tell you anymore. But if you haven't seen it, go back and have another look. I've got a feeling that Nikki's put it on Facebook, so I think it's on the Facebook page as well. Nikki does all that stuff. She does she does all the Facebook and she does the website. And I'm going to let you into a little secret. I had a bit of a problem with my phone last week, okay? And I sent Nikki a text, and Nikki was out shopping, and her little girl, who I don't know, I say 10, but her daughter's very young. And next thing, I had a text back saying, "My mum is doing the shopping. If you do this, this and this." She knew the answer. She knew how to sort my phone out. How about that? Mouths of babes and sucklings. Yeah, she knew the answer. So well done her. I'm going to go on a course to how to use my phone properly. So anyway, so that's Nikki, who lots of you have met. Nikki has been working these last few months. We've learnt some new words, haven't we, since March? We've learnt words like Zoom, and we've also used words like furlough. Furlough, of course, means when a member of staff working for a company does not work, and they are paid by the government, or they were paid initially by the government. I obviously, because I am Nicky's employer, I could have furloughed Nicky's job working for my Grenville music firm, but I chose not to because I felt it was very important that we maintained our contact with you, our lovely Good Afternoon Choir folk. And of course, if I had, I think it's important you should know this, if I had furloughed Nicky's job, then she wouldn't have been able to do any work because you're not allowed to be furloughed and work. I mean, if you do, you get a big slap on the wrist from the government, and we don't want that. So I've kept Nicky employed all this time, and she's always been busy. And so I felt it was important that, well, we couldn't be doing rehearsals, that we kept in touch with you on a regular basis, whether it's an email, and then of course then came the idea of doing these rehearsals, which I know you've really enjoyed. And so that was our way of just trying to keep in touch with you and try to engage with you. And although I can't see you, I can see you. I can see you all sat on your settees all across the west of England. And of course, there are lots of people, our friends in Australia as well. And so that's why both Jodie and Nicky, who work for me, I kept them employed throughout that period because I felt it was very important to maintain contact. I won't say anything more about that. I think that's probably rest my case on that one. But I think it's interesting that you should know. And we're now going to, let's do one more, perhaps we'll do one more song before we move on to the World War I, shall we? Is that a good idea? Are you all nodding your heads? Yes, Grenville. We've done a bit of Halle. Should we do the Hurren? Hang on. My Hurren is getting very agitated over here, so I'm just going to bring him across. I have to tell you, folks, he doesn't really get on very well with the other members of my cast. Zoe the zebra and Naughty Joel the giraffe. He can be a very bad boy. But if he goes anywhere near the Hurren, he gets a serious pecking. So he tends to keep his distance. So I'm going to find for you, Follow the Hurren, he said, and we're going to sing that, okay? Let's just see if I can find it. So out on the, no, what are the words? The back of the winter is broken. Lots of you know when you came at first to join the Good Afternoon Choir, with whoever it was who was taking that choir, you would have sung this piece of music, wouldn't you? So I think for lots of you, this really epitomizes, is a very good word, epitomizes the Good Afternoon Choirs. And because it was probably the first piece that you sang. And so are we ready? First verse. The back of the winter is broken, and the light lingers long by the door, and the seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom by the shore. Here comes the chorus. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play, and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the Hurren home. Verse 2. In darkness we cradle our sorrow, and stroke all our fires with fear. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness and cheer. Come on, sing up, folks. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play, and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. Third verse. And the snow-scented sounds of our home, when the north wind delivers its sermon, ice and salt water and stone. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight, as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow this heron, oh, as the dawn comes down over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. And we'll follow the heron home, oh, we will. Well done. And I hope that brings lots of you, brings back lots of memories. I'm sure those of you who are watching who just joined the Yeovil Good Afternoon Choir before we had to stop, and I know that you're all looking forward to when we start again. And I'm sure when Matt goes down to Yeovil, whenever that might be, probably the first piece he'll sing with you will be Follow the Heron, and we'll follow the heron home. Lovely, lovely folk song. Very simple, but as we've said before, have we not, folks, many times, simple songs are sometimes the best. Okay, now we're going to move on now to look at our World War I medley, which many of you have sung before. You all know the songs. Tipperary, Pack Up Your Troubles, etc., etc. And you sung these many times, and you sing them with great gusto, and I think you enjoy singing them. Put background to this, folks, if I may. A few years ago now, I get asked to do these sort of things on occasions. I was asked to go and compare a school concert here in Bath, and halfway through, the children sang a medley of World War songs, Tipperary and all that sort of thing. And at the end of the concert, I said to the teacher, I said, I'm fascinated. I didn't think that children would like to sing those songs, you know. And the lady teacher said, no, she said, they love it. They love singing those songs. And that gave me an idea. And from that idea, I ran a project all across England and Wales, which was basically about encouraging primary school children to sing these songs. And this medley that you're singing now was sung by hundreds upon hundreds of children in schools across England and across Wales. Okay? And I think the last time, we've been through this before, but I did point out to you that in the middle, there's a not so well-known piece, which goes, well, this is the end of a perfect day, the end of a journey too. Okay, so we're just going to look at that middle page again. All I need you to do for this, folks, is to know the melody line, okay? You can sing the harmonies if you like, but for now, we'll just concentrate on the melody. And I might just stop and just go over one or two little bits, because there's some little sort of semitone bits in the middle on bar 74, if you're looking at the music. But it starts on the bottom left-hand page, and it goes, well, this is the end of a perfect day, near the song, the journey too. But it leaves a thought that is big and strong, with a wish that is kind and true. Just look at that. With a wish that is kind and true. With a wish that is kind and true. Then it carries on. For memory has painted this perfect day with colours that never fade. And we find at the end of a perfect day the soul of a friend we've made. So the words are quite poignant. But as I did explain to you once before, and I've explained it to the choirs that I take, I wanted children to learn what basically was a new piece of music from the First World War. Something new that perhaps they would remember. I'm sure you all will all agree with me. It's so vital, I think, that children of today remember these songs, and so they'll sing them in the future, and they will never, ever, ever be forgotten, because that will be so sad. On page 3, of course, it's Keep the Home Fires Burning, which you all know. Okay? So let's just have a little run through that, and I want you to do the parts. So with this piece of music, there's no tenor or bass. There's just one line for all the men to sing, okay? So ladies, you know this. I'm on page 3, Keep the Home Fires Burning, okay? And turn over. Turn the dark clouds inside out, tell the boys, come home. Okay, now the alto line is very simple because it's sort of thirds, really. Those of us who sing parts, sometimes it's quite easy to pick out the harmony line, is it? Because it's sort of obvious, okay? So, alto line, keep the home fires burning. So I'm on page 3, altos, by 45, is it? I can't, my glasses are hopeless. Hold on a minute. 46, I know. Keep, altos, keep the home fires burning while your heart is yearning. La da 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 da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. The dark clouds inside out till the boys come home. Nice harmonies there, okay? And when we do this in a minute, with the choir singing, you'll hear that we sing it twice, and the second time through we sing it unaccompanied. So gentlemen, we're all singing together, basses and tenors. So it's quite low for tenors, but very singable. Are we ready? So gentlemen, ladies, tenors, lady tenors, male tenors, gentlemen of the bass section. Are we ready? So I'm on bar 46, where it says moderato, on page 3. You all know the words, don't you? You've sung this many, many times. Keep the home fires burning while your hearts are yearning. Though your lads are far away, they dream of home. There's a silver lining through the dark clouds shining. Turn the dark cloud inside out till the boys come home. So a little D flat there. Turn the dark cloud inside out till the boys come home. And if you want to show off basses, till the boys come home. Entirely up to you, okay? So that's our World War I medley, which we're going to sing through now. But before we do, I'm just going to go into I did ask you to send in, so bear with me, folks. So we got Liz from Devises, who sent me a photograph of her grandparents, her two uncles, great uncles, Beatrice and Alf Fisher. Alfred was the eldest of 11 brothers from Nottingham, and they were in the Royal Field Artillery, and they're so sad, aren't these stories? He served with the Royal Scots. This is Alfred, eldest of 3 brothers. He lost his life on March 1918, age 20. Age 20. It's awful, isn't it? So many, thousands and thousands lost away. Ian Tweedy from Keynsham says, Joan, his wife's granddad, Warrant Officer John Lavery, East Lancashire Regiment, served throughout the war. So we raised our caps to John. Ian's uncle, Alexander Tweedy, 2nd Battalion Gordon Highlanders. He was killed at the 2nd Battle of Passchendaele. And Jenny's grandfather, this is Jenny, I think from Australia. Charles Long served in the 1st Australian, fought at Gallipoli and Villiers. I once went to the, I don't know if any of you know this, I'm sure some of you. There's a cemetery just outside London called the Brookwood Cemetery, southwest London, where there are thousands of war graves. It's a really wonderful experience to go there. And they have different sections in that. It's a World War Grave Commission cemetery, and all the soldiers are in different sections, a different section for each nation. And as you walk down these various alleyways and gangways, beautifully kept by the World War Graves Commission, and in that cemetery at Brookwood, there are, I think, the 468 American soldiers. I think I'm right in saying it's the only cemetery in the UK where there are American soldiers buried. And this is really for our friends in Australia. And I wonder if they've ever been there. They probably have. Just outside Warminster, there's a little village called Codford, and St Mary's Church has an Anzac World War Graves, very small cemetery next to the church in Codford. Codford is just off the main road, A36, very easy to find. So and Anzac, of course, Australian. There's over 60 New Zealand buried there, and I think 31 Australian. And every year on Anzac Day, they have a special ceremony, and the children go and take part. And I think I'm right in saying that the children, 2 or 3 years ago, actually sang this medley. So how wonderful is that? And then we've got Alan from Bristol, whose grandfather, Cecil Joyner, Sergeant Cecil, served in the Worcestershire Yeomanry, fought at Gallipoli. And Alan sings in the Bristol and the Thornbury choirs. Obviously very proud, as he should be, of his grandfather, Cecil Joyner. And he also sent me a photograph, which is lovely. Thank you for that, Alan. And then there's Vere. Reginald Vere Collins lived at the Somme. Vere is one of our fruit members. And he lost his life at the Somme. Another young man. And of course, I have told you before that, Beryl Barton told us about her granddad who served in the First World War. He was gassed, but he survived. And Kirsten from Thornbury. Hi, Kirsten. She has a relative, a great uncle, who was a stretcher bearer, like my granddad, a stretcher bearer. And so we're remembering Frederick Handley, and he was killed in the Battle of Arras in 1970, age 21. So many young lives ladies and gentlemen, and we remember them, don't we? We remember them. We must always remember them. I told you about my grandfather, William Henry Jones. And so we're now going to sing together our World War I medley. I don't think I've told you everything I should tell you for today. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to the stories and remembering those people who gave their lives for us, so that we could live in this free world that we live in today. Although it's a rather complex world at this moment in time, isn't it? But things will improve, I'm sure. We all look forward to the day when we sing together in the open, in one of our rehearsals. So I'm going to find for you now the World War I medley. He said it's here somewhere. Just bear with me. Just remember that when we turn over to the back page, folks, you've got this little pause. So just follow me. I'll try and beat out the time. I'll remind you, and of course we repeat everything. So this is our final number of the day. So next week, the wonderful Matt will be with you. The week after that, which is week 12, Ben will be with you, but we'll have a few more surprises. And then we start on our new season 2. I'm afraid that if you haven't joined season 2, it's probably now too late, because we've had to order all the music for everyone and send them the music. And some of you will have got the music already, so you can start rehearsing. So we've got some lovely pieces to learn. Join our season 2, which is 10 weeks, and then we'll think about what happens between then and Christmas. And as I think I've said, I've got a little idea about that. Okay, so put this one in, and we're going to find a bit of Tipperary. We start off with It's a Long Way to Tipperary, do we not? If you want to stand up and march around the room, you can. So I'll be back with you in a week or 3. Doesn't want to play it. Sorry, bear with me, folks. I have to just find it. So we repeat, and then we do the Perfect Day. We just sing that once through together, okay? So, it's track number 3. This is one of my choirs, and we recorded this quite a long time ago, folks. Way back. Here we go. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary. To the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. One more time. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary. To the sweetest girls I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. You can do the harmonies, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Altos. Breath. time, folks. Through clouds shining, turn the dark cloud inside out, till the boys come home. Have a go at the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about singing the wrong notes. Here we go. 4 beats in the bar. 1, 2, 3. Well, this is the end of a perfect day, near the end of a journey too. But it leaves a thought that is big and strong, with a wish that is kind and true. For memory has painted this perfect day with colors that never fade, and we find at the end of a perfect day the soul of a friend we've made. And now we all know the next one. Here we go. Come on, boys and girls. Wave your flag. Smile. It never. Everyone sing. Everyone. One more time and pat. A bit faster. Everybody singing. Smile, boys, that's a start. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. Are you ready? With me, smile, smile, and smile, 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 and smile, smile, smile. Turn the dark cloud inside. Sing it! Come on, girls, stop them. Well, that's us for today, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, August the 5th. Matt's with you next week. Then the week after, something a bit special for you on our last rehearsal in this first series. Lovely to be with you all. I wish you all a very, very peaceful and happy week. And I'll see you very soon. So thank you and goodbye. Everyone wave. Go out with a wave. I'm switching off. Bye-bye, everybody.